Which steak do you think is better, pan-seared or sous vide? Let's find out.
To test this, I'll be using the same cuts of Wagyu strip loin with the same thickness and almost the same weight. First, for the sous vide steak, linabas ko siya straight from the freezer. Then I seasoned both sides with salt and pepper before sealing it in a vacuum-sealed bag with butter and garlic. Sous vide is a cooking method where food is vacuum-sealed and cooked in a precisely controlled water bath at a set temperature. This locks in the juices while ensuring perfect doneness. I prefer a medium rare steak, so I'll be cooking it at 129 Fahrenheit for 2 hours. After 2 hours, I took the steak out of the water bath, then pinat-dry ko with a kitchen towel, making sure there was no excess liquid or moisture before pan-searing. Yes, need mo pa siya i-pan-sear ng mabilisan to get that crust. I seared it in hot pan for 30 seconds per side and quickly basted it in butter. For the traditional pan-seared steak, I took the meat out of the freezer and let it thaw until it reached room temperature. Same with the sous vide steak earlier, I just seasoned it with salt and pepper. This method is easier kasi diretso na siya sa pan-searing using a hot pan with neutral oil. I cooked the steak for 1 minute per side, then added 30 more seconds per side while basting with butter for extra flavor. Both steaks were rested for 10 minutes before cutting. Presentation-wise, they look almost identical. Medyo nalito pa nga ako which is which. Tenderness, the sous vide steak was more tender and easier to cut, while the pan-seared steak required a bit more tension when slicing. For the color and doneness, both were almost the same, though the sous vide steak had more visible marbling. Now for the taste, the sous vide steak was more flavorful and juicy. Na-enhance yung flavor dahil sa butter na sinama sa sous vide earlier. For the pan-seared steak, it was less flavorful and juicy compared to the sous vide, but still masarap. I would order this in a restaurant. So for the final verdict, the sous vide steak was the clear winner in terms of flavor and tenderness. However, its downside is that it takes longer to prepare and requires additional equipment. Kung nagmamadali ka, the traditional pan-seared method is still a solid choice for a great steak. How about you? Which one do you prefer?